Welcome to Mennonite Farmhouse. I'm Leanne, and if you're new to my channel, I do cooking and baking from scratch, canning and dehydrating videos. If that sort of thing interests you, feel free to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell to get notified when I upload a new video to the channel. Today, we are in the Shelf Stable Pantry's Recipes collaboration hosted by Pepper Potpourri. Every first Tuesday of the month, we upload a new recipe for you on shelf-stable ingredients. And I'll leave the link to the playlist down below in the description box and all the list of all the great channels in this collaboration. I'm going to try my hand at dry apple pie today. I just think it'd be great for this time of year going into the holidays, and you could already have the dried ingredients in a jar for a gift for somebody, or even just make the pie for somebody. I believe it would be a very good dessert. Let's see what happens when I try to make dry apple pie.
Let's make the pie crust. We're going to need 3 cups of flour, and a teaspoon and a half of salt, and 2 tablespoons, and 1 cup of Crisco. And using the pastry blender, we're going to cut the shortening into the flour till it's small as peas. Then we'll add 6 tablespoons of ice cold water. Then we'll mix it to combine and shape it into a disc. And you don't want to over mix pie crust because you want to treat it like biscuit dough. The more you work it, the tougher it's going to be in your crust. The recipe is enough to make 2 separate pie crusts, or a bottom and a top. So I'm going to shape them in 2 separate discs so I can saran wrap them and put them in the refrigerator to rest for a half hour while we get the filling made. For the filling, we're going to add 3 to 5 cups of apple slices that are dehydrated into a glass bowl. And to reconstitute the apples, we're going to use boiling water, and we're going to steep the apples for 15 minutes with a lid covering it. I'm going to pour the water over the apples, just enough to cover them. Then we're going to let it sit for 15 minutes, covered. While our apples are reconstituting, we're going to roll out the pie dough. And just getting it into the pie pan might be the hardest part for me, but it'll still taste good. And don't worry, homemade will always taste better than what looks good at the grocery store. So it will all work out in the end. Pie crust is like Play-Doh. It'll go where you tell it to go, just not in the same time that you think it's going to go there. But don't fret, it will still taste wonderful. Our 15 minutes is up, so we're going to drain the water off the apples. And we're going to dump the apples back into our bowl. And we want to reserve a cup of that water. And I didn't throw that water away. I actually gave it to my husband for him to drink with his supper. In order to make apple pie spice, you're going to need 3 tablespoons of cinnamon, 2 teaspoons of nutmeg, a teaspoon of allspice, and a teaspoon of cardamom. I'm going to use the pot that I boiled the water in just so I don't dirty another dish. So we're going to add the water, the tablespoon of apple pie spice, I've always been taught
to add my cornstarch to my sugar when I'm adding it to a liquid. So I don't know if that's true or not, but we'll find out, because I just don't want any lumps. Right. Then we'll whisk this together. And add that to our dish. Then we're gonna whisk this together. Then toss it in with our apples. So look at that already. That looks good enough to eat. All right, we're gonna put it into our dish here. Then I'm gonna roll out the top pie crust and get it in the oven. Well, I got the pie in the crust, so we're gonna put it on a cookie sheet and bake it in the oven at 350 for about 40 minutes. And we want to put some air holes in there. And put some sanding sugar on top.
Probably the hardest part of making an apple pie is making sure it completely cools before you cut into it. If you don't, it will be running inside.
All right, let's cut this pie and see how it tastes. All right. I like how there's more bites of apple in here than you would a home canned pie filling. I would definitely make this again. Maybe put some raisins in it. Here, let me cut you a piece. Maybe what I would do differently is maybe dice the apples
But I don't know how they would dehydrate. But this pie is very good.
Tastes like apple pie, not the cinnamon.
Would you eat it again?
Yeah, there's more than one piece in it.
Is it sweet enough for you?
Plenty sweet.
Thank you to all who have been praying for us this last month. We couldn't ask for a better community of lifting us up when we needed it. The corn you see there is our best crop he's ever had. And our corn bin is up and running, and it's already half filled. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember, God gave you a great day. Now go do something great with it.